Thank you, my dear wife, Stella. I want to break the protocol briefly. During the early program, there was a slot for friends. I have a special friend whose name was called out, but he was not here. This special friend is the last person that spoke with Winnie in the night, just a few hours before she passed on. So I want to call my special friend, Wilfred Oluga, to come and say a word, then I'll take over from there. Wilfred, please.
Good afternoon, watu wa Kolero. Mrembe. Mimi pia ni Muluya kidogo, 0.5. My late mom was a Luya, so I have cousins who are Luyas. But I'm a Luo. My name is Wilfred Oluga, and Kwena Edmond is my special friend for the longest time. We've done things together that friends can do. He's always passed our home, even when my father was still alive. And we appreciate him, we love him. We love Mama Winnie hapa, and everybody else who was close to Winnie. It's quite unfortunate that Winnie had to go at a very early age, but that's the will of God and we can't fight that. So we are all gathered here to say bye to Winnie. I remember we had a WhatsApp conference call the day Winnie died. Actually, I think 3 hours before she died. And when I was talking to the mom in Istanbul, Turkey, I told her, take the phone to Winnie. And the mom said, I doubt if Winnie would be able to speak. But I told her, just take the phone all the same. Let's try. So Winnie actually picked, and I told Winnie, are you going to fight for us? She said, yes, uncle, I'll fight. Little did we know that was maybe the last words she said before she passed on. So for me, this is sorrowful, and I urge the family, immediate and at large, to take heart. These things happen. That's the only road that all of us will go through. Unless somebody wants to tell me that they leave this place alive, I doubt that will happen. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to say these few words. My brother Edmond, stay strong. These things happen. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Wilfred. Let me take this opportunity to welcome everybody here and to thank all those who stood with us during Winnie's very painful journey as a cancer patient. I also want to thank Citizen or the Royal Media Services, because you know, when we decided to take Winnie abroad for specialized treatment, we didn't have much money as a family. So Winnie told us, don't worry, Dad and Mom, I have friends all over, I'll make an appeal and we'll be assisted. So Winnie prepared a video and she sent it out. We were able to raise enough money to start treatment, so we flew her to Turkey with the mother as the caregiver. And while they were in Turkey, a week after they arrived in Turkey, Lulu Hassan is a very, very special person. She took advantage of her program, Shajara, and said she was going to use that program to make an appeal on our behalf. And indeed, Lulu, maybe you don't know, after that program, we were able to raise enough money for Winnie to be treated and to pay rent in Turkey, to pay for medicines, thanks to Lulu's effort. So I just want to thank the entire Royal Media, because when Winnie died, That morning, I called Lulu and told her, Lulu, Winnie has left us. She said, what? I said, yeah, she has gone. She asked me, can I tell Rashid, her husband? I said, please tell him, because it's fine. She's gone, she's gone. There's nothing to hide. So when she told Rashid that Winnie had died, and I think Rashid asked her to ask me, is it okay if they tell their boss? And I told him, yeah, there's no harm. It has already happened, so go ahead. And I can tell you, those who were near the TV at that time, within half an hour, Winnie was already trending on Citizen TV. The whole world knew Winnie had passed. Thank you very much, Lulu, and the entire Citizen TV group. I also want to thank Winnie's friends all over the place. When Winnie made her final appeal this second time around, people were sending in 1 shilling, 2 shillings. They called it haba na haba. Through that haba na haba, we were again able, plus what we had as a family, to take Winnie back to Turkey. But she was never to come back alive. Her mother has already said much about Winnie, but Winnie was a very special person. I've never seen a human being so talented like Winnie. Winnie was a tailor. I didn't know that she was she should make dresses. But when they formed that band, Jukwa, the band, they used to wear 1 uniform per day. So they'd come back, her, Vicky, and Julie, come back at night from their gig, and Winnie had a sewing machine. So the whole night, her bedroom was next to ours. We couldn't sleep because the machine was running. She was making dresses for all the 3 of them. When we would leave to go to work, they are sleeping. When you come in the evening, they have gone to work. They come back again, tomorrow they are going to wear another dress. The machine is again running. So I asked Winnie, where did you learn to make dresses? She said, don't worry, I went to school. So that's one talent Winnie had. Winnie was a furniture maker. Very few women, even if they have that knowledge, would do what Winnie used to do with her own hands. She would make very beautiful beds. The bed on which I sleep in Mombasa was made for me by Winnie, using her own hands. The dining table that I use was made by Winnie, and many other things. When she came back from Turkey the first time, she told her mother, I've seen your shop, it's very bare, and it looks very disorganized. I'm going to arrange it. She told me she's going to make something called a floating what? Floating shelves. I said, what do you mean floating shelves? She said, Daddy, you just hang on, you'll see. And indeed, when we went to town, she bought a drill and an electric saw. And within 2 days, she had made some very, very beautiful shelves in the shop. Winnie was a cake maker, a baker. She would make very beautiful cakes. I'm going to miss my fruit cake because she told me that you don't need to eat cakes made with the sugar. I'll make one using a fruit, and it will taste exactly like the one mixed with sugar. That's another talent. Winnie was a musician. She had such a beautiful voice, and at times I used to sing with them because I liked singing also, and I enjoyed being in their company. Winnie was also an actress. You all, I don't have to belabor that point. You saw what she did in Sultana. But Sultana was just the tip of the iceberg. She had done many others before that maybe that time she was not very well known. So I have lost a friend. I have lost a very, very dear friend, a confidant, a stickler to neatness, a stickler to cleanliness. Our house is all white. Sometimes you even fear to sit on the seat. So Winnie was also a stickler to detail. She was never satisfied until she saw what she was doing had come out the way she wanted it. I've lost a financial advisor. Winnie was a director in our company, me and Mom. It's called Broad Range Enterprises Limited. She was a director there. Actually, I was a minority. I'm the minority shareholder. But Winnie and the mother have the biggest shares. And that company is involved in making, adding value to products like cashew nuts, ground nuts, sim. It's based in Mombasa, and he's doing very well thanks to Winnie's advice. Winnie pushed me to do things I could not do, but because she's a kid to me and she's advising me, I took her advice very seriously. And when I did that, I succeeded in whatever I was doing. Winnie, before she passed, she had told me, Daddy, you are driving a very old car. Why didn't you sell it and buy another one? I said, Winnie, if I sell this car, the money I'll get will not be able to buy a new car. I said, don't worry, then hang on it a bit. Let me make some money, I'll buy a new car. So that was a deal we had struck. Now I've missed that car. Winnie told me that willing to build your house in Mumias, but we have property in Kilifi here. Don't worry, I'm going to put up a holiday home for you in Kilifi, so that you can be, when you retire, you can be alternating. Sometimes you are in Mumias, sometimes you are in Kilifi, in your old age. That was never to be also. But as a family, or as her parents, we have accepted God's will because Winnie was suffering. Us who lived within the same house, we knew what she went through. So initially, it was a big shock for us to lose a daughter because it was our hope that she would take care of us in our old age and that she would bury us. Now it's gone the other way around. So because of Winnie's pain in her life, we have accepted God's will that she rests. And Winnie, my dear love, I'm going to miss you, but I hope, as we believe, that we shall meet at one time in our lives. Thank you very much for all of you for coming over.